Welcome back, and we're going to talk about some updates here in Kingsport. On the top of the list is Project Columbus, which is the new Irish company that's locating out at Northeast Tennessee Business Park. It's a part of the C&F Group of Galway, Ireland. This will be their first location in the United States. It's a $12.5 million investment that will create 450 jobs over a 4-year period. The company supplies IBM and Volkswagen and BMW, and Kingsport competed successfully with 20 other locations across the southeastern United States. So it was a very stiff competition, and we should be proud that we won that opportunity. It's the result of 18 months of effort by Networks, which is the economic development partnership of Bristol, Kingsport, Sullivan County, and Bluff City. Also, the Kingsport Economic Development Board played a large role in this, the City of Kingsport, and the State of Tennessee. So we look forward to getting that back up and running, the plant out there at Northeast Tennessee Business Park, and getting some great high-paying jobs here in the area. On the retail front, Sweet CC's Frozen Yogurt has obtained a business license for Reedy Creek Terrace. We expect them to be opening soon. We've had many requests for this type of a shop where you make your own yogurt and you pay by the weight. They are popping up like wildflowers all over the place, and so we're going to have an opportunity to join in that mix here really soon. Game Day Depot has opened in Reedy Creek Terrace. If you're familiar with Hound Dogs, which is primarily UT apparel in Johnson City and Knoxville, it's similar to Hound Dogs, except it carries all kinds of collegiate athletics gear and that type of thing. Ken Kerrigan, who is the owner of Hot Dog Hut, has purchased all of the 10,000 square feet of private retail space on the Center Street side of the parking garage. He plans to open Hot Dog Hut there, but he will only take a fraction of that space, so the rest of it is available still for lease. If you're interested, you can contact Mike Stitcher. That's Mike at cmgroup.us. Beef O'Brady's has recently obtained a beer permit for the downtown Food City Shopping Center, so we're excited to see that concept. It's a family sports bar, and many people are familiar with their location in Boones Creek, and so we're looking forward to having that opportunity, particularly in downtown Kingsport. Spirit of Halloween has now opened in the Eaststone Commons Shopping Center. It's a very popular seasonal store, and we look forward to that being very successful, and as soon as they move out, we hope to be able to make another announcement really soon about a permanent tenant at that location. We're continuing to work with the Eaststone Commons owners and tenants on getting that up and running again after the straight line winds that happened over the Labor Day weekend. We had a couple of our building inspectors who came in on their holiday weekend to make sure that they could do what is necessary to check the structure and provide temporary power so they could pump out the water damage and get everything back up and running. The complicating factor right now is the electrical service for Suntan City is it's a very large electric service, and it went actually over the roof and down to the Office Depot side to obtain the necessary electrical loads to support that business, and so it was really damaged during this storm, and we're hoping to be able to get that back up and running really soon. And we've stayed in close contact with the folks out of Atlanta with Inland who are working on that project. Longhorn Steakhouse, of course, is taking shape. If you've been on Stone Drive at Indian Trail, you can see that they're about ready to start stacking stone on the facade, and so it's exciting to see that taking place. And if you haven't tried the Mustard Seed Cafe in downtown Kingsport, you ought to check it out. That is, if you can get in. It's so popular that many times it's standing room only. They relocated from Gate City, and I think the owners have been a little bit overwhelmed with the outpouring of response from Kingsporters. So let's keep it up, because success breeds success. Kingsport Town Center, we have 15 stores that are having a record year on year to date. Children's Place continues to exceed their expectations. Ozzy's Heroes out of the Johnson City Mall is planning to open in mid-September. They're waiting on their salad prep station, so that'll be a great opportunity to backfill the old Cafe Blue space in the mall. Sales year to date are up 3% in the total mall, and the rolling 12-month period is up 2.75%, so that's positive news in a tough economy. And JCPenney just served notice that they are extending their lease through 2017. Several upcoming events at the mall. Tri-Cities Talent Performance will be September 3rd in the JCPenney Court from noon to 5. The 2011 Fall Community Bazaar will be September 8th through the 10th throughout the mall from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. The 2011 Miss Kitty Sweetheart Beauty Pageant will be September 10th in the Sears Court at 2 p.m. and Big Rock Amusements Carnival will be September 13th through 18th in the parking lot. On the Move to Kingsport front, during the 2-month period of July and August, we've had 265 new families that have moved here from further than 35 miles away from 31 different states. Since we began the program 6 years ago, a net of plus 540 families from 49 states have moved here, and their total economic impact at $25,000 per person is about $31 million in consumer spending in our local economy. So we continue to attract newcomers and support their decision to come to our place we already knew was pretty great. One of those newcomers, Keith Cunningham, who is a retired New York City police officer, who we were talking to him yesterday and learned that his role was counterterrorism with New York City, and he lived on Long Island, about 50 miles east of the city, and he was not on duty during 9/11, but he came on duty at 10 p.m. that night. They have relocated to Kingsport, he and his family, and he is opening the Bagel Exchange on Center Street right beside the parking garage in about mid-block between Broad and Shelby. We had a tasting session yesterday with coffee and tea, and he's going to have some great options there. He's also bringing, freshly baked New York bagels every day. They will be open for breakfast and lunch, and they will have breakfast sandwiches and lunch sandwiches. So let's make sure that he has a great experience in Kingsport, and we'll continue to welcome those newcomers and encourage them to start a second business. The Cleek Farm Corn Maze is now open. Check it out at cleekfarms.com. That's cleekfarms.com. It's a great new corn maze with all the bells and whistles that you would expect, professionally done. It's a great agritourism initiative, so go out and see Zane and Kay and tell them that I sent you. Planning Commission update, we continue the annexations of Colonial Heights and North Kingsport. The Board of Mayor and Aldermen recently approved annexations along West Carter's Valley Road and also in the Meadow Lane, Kendricks Creek part of Colonial Heights. A public input session was recently held at Kendrick Creek United Methodist Church, and the Planning Commission will be considering annexations along Buckaloo, Beechwood, Foothills, and also the area between Lebanon Road and Fort Henry Drive. We're primarily focusing our future annexations in the Kendrick Creek drainage basin so that we can provide sewer service to that area, and we're going to be focusing on the Quail Creek neighborhood. That's your 5-minute update, and if you'd like to receive this information on a regular basis, you can write to me at kingsportblog@gmail.com. That's kingsportblog@gmail.com, or you can send me a friend request on Facebook.